Good afternoon. Welcome to Getting Ready for iGiveCatholic on Giving Tuesday. Welcome all of you who are coming in now. We're going to get started in just a couple minutes, right on 2 o'clock on the hour. All right, it is right at 2 o'clock. We've got a lot of information to cover, so let's go ahead and get started. In fact, let us start as we always do for iGiveCatholic with our iGiveCatholic prayer. In the name of the Father, and the Son, and the Holy Spirit, amen. O Lord, giver of life, we know that all we are and all we have are gifts from you. We live in a world that celebrates consumption, but you call us to be good stewards of all you have entrusted to us. May this Giving Tuesday prompt us to gratitude and generosity that brings nourishment to the hungry and hope to the hopeless. We pray that iGiveCatholic may be a miracle of loaves and fishes where every gift shared lovingly from a grateful heart becomes bread for the multitudes, and the ordinary becomes extraordinary. In this giving and receiving, may our hearts rejoice in you alone, who are Lord forever and ever. Amen. Before we get started, I just want to take this brief moment to thank our sponsors and acknowledge our sponsors and our associates. We, iGiveCatholic, are a nonprofit as well. We would not be able to continue to provide this resource to all of you each year without the generous sponsorship of these organizations and without the collaboration with our associate organizations as well. So just wanted to take a moment to acknowledge them. I am Lisa Shalacy, the National Director of iGiveCatholic, and we will be joined by Katie Hare, our Program Manager, later in this webinar. Today, we will also have our brand new project managers since we are on a brand new platform. Today is Dawn Nolte will be presenting. She's the Director of Giving Events. She's the big boss lady applesauce at Mightycause to help us with our big transition. In future years, MK Holiday will be on these webinars. She's our project manager long term. Here is an overview of our agenda for today. I just want to point out that we have a lot of new information to cover because of the new platform. So we are going to kind of go cruise through the things that have not changed, like the general program structure, our history, and focus on, save time for what is new to help you feel more comfortable on this new platform. These slides, as always, will be added to the trainings page along with the recording for this webinar so that you can reference back after today if you want to go back to a section. These slides are hyperlinked. You can go to live pages and have an easy, clear guide for anything you want to look back at for today. But with that, let us get started. All right, so since this is a webinar and it looks like we're going to have about 200 people on today, please type your questions in either the chat box or the Q&A. If it pertains to what we're talking about and somebody has the attention that's not presenting can actually respond, we can respond in a moment. Otherwise, we may do it where it's most appropriate. We'll also stay on at the end, Katie and I at least, as long as there are questions to answer any remaining questions that we have. So keep them coming. All right, let's get started. We're going to cruise through the section because it hasn't changed from last year. What is iGiveCatholic? So iGiveCatholic, we are a nonprofit like you. We are led by bishops. We are a nonprofit ministry that just wants to inspire and celebrate generosity to support you, parishes, schools, and ministries that are out there trying to further our Catholic values. We were created to be an easy and fun plug-and-play fundraising resource because we know each and every one of you is wearing multiple hats. You may or may not have any experience fundraising or doing marketing communications. So we want to take a lot of that burden as much as we can up and off of you. You can learn more about iGiveCatholic at the link at the bottom here on our website in the About page. This is a little bit of our history. We started in New Orleans, recognizing the need of our small parishes and schools to have some assistance in online fundraising and social media and digital marketing. But we have now grown. We had last year 51 dioceses participated in our Giving Day, raised over $23 million, 1,886 organizations, parishes, schools, and ministries. So we've grown a lot, and we're so glad that you are a member of our community, and we hope to continue growing in the future. So how does it work? This Giving Day is for Catholic 501c3 organizations, either affiliated with one of our partner dioceses or foundations, or participating through the National Ministries Group. If you're curious about National Ministries, there's a link there below to their specific page. Our Giving Day always coincides with GivingTuesday, which this year is on Tuesday, December 2nd. But we open an advanced giving period a couple weeks in advance. That starts on November 17 this year. Offline gifts can continue to be recorded and included through December 9. After December 9, we need to tabulate some totals so we can announce. So then our global campaign total will freeze. These are the partners. How do you know if your diocese is partnering and hosting? If you're not sure, you can look at the link that is below there. It's on our website for a listing, a directory of our partner dioceses or Catholic foundations, sometimes for dioceses. Donors will find participating organizations through a search either on the iGiveCatholic global page, or they might go directly to your local page, your diocesan page, or more likely, most often, a donor goes to make a donation because you sent them your unique URL to your fundraising page. They can make a donation of $10 or more via credit card, Apple Pay, Google Pay, Venmo, or PayPal, which are new this year. Or if they're giving $100 or more, they can pay using ACH bank transfer for a little bit reduction in fees. The donors can also use the platform this year. This is true for all organizations, all partners. Donors can indicate a gift and can request a gift from their donor advised fund or their IRA qualified charitable distribution account through the platform, which is great. We're going to see how that works this year and beyond. Hopefully it gets you some more dollars for offline gifts, checks that come later. iGiveCatholic will email an immediate tax receipt for all online gifts. But clearly, if there's an offline gift, a check that you enter, you're on the hook to send that that receipt. But we do ask you to send a thank you note for all gifts. What we send is a receipt. What they really want to hear from is a thank you from you. These are our expected fees for this year. They have changed a little bit, and I can show you that on the next slide from last year. It has been a challenge. We're trying to get reestablished with the new processor, and we're in underwriting process right now. That's taken longer than expected, but these are the anticipated fees. They are also available, an infographic is available on our FAQ page on the website. If they change, we will let you know. But this is what we're expecting, and we're hoping to get approved and confirmation any day now. I wanted to be clear and upfront, transparent about why we collect fees and where those fees go, what they pay for. And I want to point out this bottom blue box there that donors have the option to pay these fees for online transactions. And last year, almost 80% of the donors did. That then netted, if you look at the yellow box, each organization, they averaged taking home about 98.74 cents on the dollar. So it really, because of the generosity of our donors, you don't feel these fees as much as you might fear. Oh, yep. Okay, so another change here is that how we disperse funds will be different this year. In the past, you may have received funds directly in your bank account from Stripe and on a rolling basis. Every time somebody made a donation, you had lots and lots of donations to track and eventually report on. This year, there will be one ACH transaction to each organization. We ask that you enter your banking information in your dashboard once you're registered in disbursement settings. If there's a verification required, it'll just be a letter from your bank or a statement. If you are a part of a larger organization, their bank information will apply to yours. Some of our partner dioceses collect donations on behalf of their organizations. About 15 this year have chosen to collect and distribute locally. So ask your administrator if you're not sure whether you'll be receiving your donations from us in mid-December or if you'll be receiving it from them at some other date. If you have any questions, talk to your local administrator. All right, registration is open now at that link below, or by clicking the register button on the iGiveCatholic global homepage or any of our local partner homepages. We are still in the process of preparing all of that huge data migration from our previous platform, GiveGab, to Mightycause. 6,000 organizations were involved. There was a whole lot of manual adjustments to make. So we are still doing that. We plan to be complete by September 1st. So if you are a returning organization, we ask that you wait to register until September 1st to have an easier, smoother experience where you'll actually already be in Mightycause's database of organizations, and you'll see your donation history from previous years. Once you do that, you just enter the email address that you used with GiveGab and select a new password. Then you can proceed to register. You have until November 1 to register, but we encourage you to register early so you can get started early. Note that, and this is part of what has slowed us down on the migration, EINs are now required for every organization that participates in the campaign. GiveGab, our previous platform, did not always require EINs for every organization, but Mightycause does. And so it's part of their structure that every organization account has to have an associated EIN. So just know, this has nothing to do with whether or not your diocese collects on your behalf and distributes locally. Every organization has to be associated with an EIN, whether it's yours individually or whether you are a ministry under a larger EIN organization, say a diocesan ministry, and you use your diocese as an EIN, or you're a school and you use your parish's EIN. If that's the case, and you are a new organization, be prepared to provide that EIN number, your tax ID number, as well as some verifying documentation, something official that has your EIN on it. Or if you're a parent, you've got that parent-subsidiary relationship, some sort of documentation that shows that relationship, okay? If you participated in the past, we tried to make sure everybody had an EIN. We may not have been able to find your EIN. So if you can't find it, then you will just have to enter your EIN and provide that, maybe that verification in the process. And then we will migrate your donation history at a later date. Okay, we'll do a second migration at a later date to get your donation history. It's just a little bit more complicated than we'd expected. All right, that's enough for me. I'm going to hand over now to Dawn to help you to get familiar with the new platform.
Thank you, Lisa. Welcome, everyone. We're so excited that iGiveCatholic is going to be on Mightycause this year. So I have a lot of things that I want to show you, and I'm sure you all are very interested to see the new site. So I'll be, as you saw on the agenda, I'll be walking through just some quick pointers on registration. And then I'll also be walking through your profile pages, how to fill those out. I'll be walking through some different tools we really want you to focus on, creating matches, creating volunteer opportunities, as well as a big one, fundraiser templates for your peer-to-peer fundraisers. So there's a big group of things I want to show you. So let me go ahead and share my screen. Okay. Can you see my screen, Lisa?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Okay. This is the iGiveCatholic.org homepage. So if you have not registered yet, you can go ahead and scroll down and click the register button. Like Lisa said, our initial migration is going to be done by Monday, which is very exciting. So if you're a returning organization, we definitely recommend waiting until after that so that you can very easily log in, find your organization to register it. If you're new, you can go ahead and register now, but just scroll down on the registration page, and then the system will prompt you to either log into an existing account, which after the migration, you will have one, or if you're new, create a new account. Once you create an account or log in, then you'll see the registration form as it stands now. When you get here, you can search by your organization name or your EIN. If you're a returning org after the migration, your organization will be listed right here, and all you have to do is click on it and select it. So super easy. If you don't see your organization here, then you can search by your EIN. That's probably what I recommend. Just because there are a lot of organizations with very similar names. But when you search, then you can, it'll come up and you can see the different locations. So then you can make sure that you're choosing the correct location to register. But I'm going to register in this org and click select, and then it will open up the registration form for you to answer all of the questions. One question that we wanted to point out was this group participation question. So once you click on that, it's going to open up all of the different dioceses that are participating. So you can just pick the one that you're associated with, and then that will allow you to be associated with that diocese in their partner group, and then you'll be able to participate with them as well. So that's one question that we wanted to make sure to point out to everyone, that once you click on it, it opens up a whole list, and all you have to do is choose from the ones that are available. Once you submit your registration form, then it is going to, part 2 of registration is going to be filling out your to-do list. When you log in, you'll be able to see your name in the upper right corner, and then you can choose, you can always access your organization page from your drop-down menu. So if you're anywhere on the system, you can click on your name and then access your organization from here to get to this page right here. From here, your to-do list is going to show up, and basically anywhere that you go within your organization account, you'll see your to-do list. The to-do list for registration is really just comprised of 2 things. We just really want to make sure that your pages are filled out in not an overwhelming way, but logo, banner, etc. And then also we want to make sure we have an admin lead contact for you. There's a couple recommended items, but you can always open up the detailed to-do list to see what exactly you have that you need to fill out. The system will not approve you until this to-do list is completed. If you have any required items that are not completed, then there will be a red dot next to this to-do list area right here. Once you go to your to-do list, you can click on any of these things to go to that section of your site and be able to access that area to complete that process. And once you complete that process, it'll automatically get checked off, and then you won't have to worry about it anymore. One of the things that we wanted to point out to people was how to add or remove admins. So all you have to do to add one is click this add admin, and you can add in their information right here, and you can mark them as a lead contact, which will then mark off your to-do list item for that area. If you need to remove anyone, you can edit or remove them by just clicking the 3 dots at the end of that person's record. Okay, is there anything else you want me to mention with registration? Nope, okay, perfect. Okay, so when you log in and you access your organization page, which again, click on your name and then choose your organization under the organization section. Once you log in and get to your page, then you'll see your dashboard on the left-hand side. From here, you can either click on the little caret to open up the items available, or you can click on that area, on that section, to see the tiles associated with each of these things as well. I highly recommend, once you are in the system to register, going to your organization page and just clicking around. One of the really nice things is that there's this gray support button in the bottom corner where you can click on it, and it will pull up suggested articles based on the page that you're on at the moment. So if you have a question about customizing your organization profile, you can click on that support. You can access the support articles. Those are very thorough. They have screenshots, so they're a good place to start. If whatever you're needing to do, your question's not answered with either seeing one of these suggested ones, browsing our full help topics, you can always reach out to our to the support team and fill out the support ticket here so that we can go ahead and help you with whatever you need. Okay, so with your organization profile, everything, one of the things that is different this year is everything for your page is on page editing. So you can come to your organization page, you see this edit mode right here. If I toggle that off, then I will see the page as one of my donors sees the page. And even if I collapse that dashboard, and this is the public facing view of your page. So you can see, when you're adding things or when you're, putting in text or anything like that, you'll be able to see what your donors will be seeing when they come to your specific site. And then as you walk through everything and add different pictures, if you don't like something or you want to remove something, you can always scroll back up, turn edit mode back on. If you ever want to reopen the dashboard, you can click that hamburger option, and then you can make whatever edits that you want. So you can see all the different little editing icons. So you can click on any of the icons, and that allows you to edit whatever piece that you're wanting to work on at the moment. I just opened the editing tool for my metrics for the page. If I wanted to change my goal or I wanted to hide my goal, I can do that here as well. If I wanted to have my name display differently, I can do that here as well. The About section, there's a whole toolbar here that has lots of different, as you can see, lots of different ways for you to display information about your organization. You can do paragraphs. We have different, we have different lists that you have as well. There's different, alignments and numbers and styles for paragraphs. You can add in images. You can add in videos. So there's lots and lots of different ways that you can make your About section very visual for your donors. So we highly recommend doing that just because it's much more fun for them to look at, and it gives you a nice way to display the information. So you can see on this main iGiveCatholic page, we've added they've added pictures as well as a video, and then have kind of called out some of the information as well. When you have your organization page in edit mode 2, there are different sections that you can bring to the public view or hide. So you noticed on my public view, there was a giving activity. You could go ahead and hide that section until early giving starts and you start getting donations in. Or you can add any of the sections that has the plus icon just by clicking on it. And then that's it. So once they're there, then you're able to, kind of fill them out and add different things there. And then if you have any matches that are available, those will show up here as well at the bottom of your profile page. And then if you noticed, they also show up as a little sticker on your donate button so donors know that there's a match that's live. And then scrolling down again, there's also, if you have any volunteer opportunities available for donors, then those will show up in the bottom section of your profile as well. That said, there will be a dedicated opportunity search. I think on the homepage, Lisa, it'll show up at some point for donors to be able to, probably in the header, donors to be able to search for volunteer opportunities in their area on different days or times that they're looking for, just to give better visibility. So people don't have to click into your organization in order to see any opportunities that you've set up. They'll be able to search to see the opportunities closest to them, and then choose for whatever is going to work best for them for that volunteering opportunity.
to answer your question, Dawn, there's a new donor drop-down menu, and to get involved, yes, it says you can look for, and there's a search button to look for live events and volunteer opportunities.
Perfect. Yeah. So they'll it'll be right there for them to be able to see. The last piece for your profile is your data section. And we wanted to call out this section because there's an opportunity for you here to add in additional contact information for donors. So you can add in a phone number, your email, you can add in your website. And new this year, you can also add in different social media links for people to easily access your different social media right from your profile page. So we wanted to call that out just because it is an exciting update. To add those things in, you just can click on the pencil icon, and then you can add in, whatever social links that you'd like. There's a whole list to choose from. Half of these, I don't even know what they are, but if you do and you have whatever this is, then feel free to add it. So I probably could be more social media savvy, but I am not. Anyway, so it's really easy. You can add that in there, and then people will have quick access to your social media links right there at the bottom. Okay. The other piece I wanted to walk through was I wanted to call out a few of the items on your dashboard. Once the time comes, you will be able to access your reports area to see different types of reports associated with your organization. So you can see all donations associated with your organizations, any offline donations as well. And then the other place I wanted to call out was the checkout. So you have the ability to kind of steward your donor through the donation process on the site. You have access to a donation form that you can add in suggested donation amounts if you'd like. If you wanted to add descriptions to each of those, you can as well. The other thing too that we wanted to call out was the thank you page. So this page will show up as soon as a donation is completed and confirmed. Then basically after the donation goes through, this page will pop up saying thank you so much for your gift. And then any custom content that you would like to display to your donor, whether it be a video, an image of your group holding up a sign that says thank you, if it's just text. So there's lots of different ways you can be creative about this, and it's just another way that you can provide personalization to the donation process for your donors. And so we highly recommend that you add it. And if you notice on your to-do list, it is recommended, not required, but this is an easy way for you to remember to do that if you want. Let's see. I think so. Settings is where you can go to update the admin. And so that is one place that we had wanted to call out because it's in the to-do. But again, I highly recommend once you start the registration process to be able to go into your profile to just click around, explore everything. And then, if you have any questions, you can click the support button down here or just, let our support team know questions at iGiveCatholic.org. Okay. So lastly, I want to go over creating a match, creating a fundraiser template, and creating an opportunity. So all of those things can be found within your fundraising tools section on your organization profile. There's lots of things in here that are available to you, but we wanted to call out those three. So first, for matching grants, you can click on that tile, and then there's a create button in the corner that allows you to create a new match if you have one available. So you can see all the different fields that you would need to fill out. I am actually going to go to this match so you can kind of see what information that they've already put in there. So you can add in the name of your match sponsor, the match value. You can add an image if you'd like. Highly recommended, just because, again, it makes it more visual and interesting. There, you can have a title for the match, a start and end date. If you set up multiple matches, we can queue matches to start right after the other. And then there's lots of different match type settings in our match tool. It is more comprehensive than what you might have had in the past. And so if you have a match, I highly recommend setting it up early so that you can understand, what's the best way to set up my match? What are all the options available? If you have any questions about any of the, match types or conditions, feel free to email our support team so they can help you. If you want them to review your match and how you set it up, feel free to send in an email asking, them to just check your match and be like, this is my intention. Is this the best way to do that? If it's not clear to you. One thing that Lisa had mentioned to me was that previously you all had something called challenges, which would fall under our I can never say this, cumulative threshold match area. So that if you're looking for that, this is where you can find that. So that's when, the total match applies once your match has been met, and then you can add those that monies to the total if you would like. Again, though, if you have any questions while you're setting it up, you can always click the support button and the suggested articles will pop up eventually at the time. And then, of course, if you have any questions, you can fill out the contact us form too. Okay, and then as you've set up your matches, you can come to your matching grants area and you can see any matches that you have live. As things are matched, you'll see the progression here too. You can download a summary report of your match. You can download a donation report of your match once things start going, and that will list off every gift that was associated with that match and how much of it was met. And there's some other items here too that you have as well. Any upcoming matches will be listed here, and then any past matches where you can download a report and see those as well. Okay, and then the next one I wanted to call out was fundraiser templates. So this is a great tool for you to use because it allows you to set up a template, and then when people, peer-to-peer users go to your organization profile and click fundraise, they'll be prompted to add this template, and so you have a bit of control over how their pages display. So again, there's a little create button up here that allows you to create it. You can also you see your list of ones you've created here, and then you can edit an existing template as well. So when you create a template, you can add in, your own admin note. So if you you automatically have one template, and then you can label that one. You can add in a fundraiser title, so your supporter does not need to do that. You can add in a funding goal, an image, a short story. If you click this little triangle thing here, you can expand that to make it bigger. And then your overall story as well. So you can see that this one, we've added a video as well as just some larger text to kind of prompt them as well. So there's lots of things that you can add to this template. And then once users utilize that template, they can change anything that they want about it. So if they, they want to say like Stacy's Give Thanks, Give Back, and Give, I think it's Give Catholic campaign, like Stacy can do that. But this, at least, like if, it gives them that push to have the basics and have their pages look nice as well for, their own efforts to support your organizations. And then lastly, I wanted to walk through the opportunities. So this is going to be where you can add in volunteer opportunities or any events that you're hosting in relation to your iGiveCatholic event. So there's a button up here that says add an opportunity that you can click on and have it open into the empty form. I'm going to open this one so you can see what that looks like. So you can choose, in person or online. You can choose an event or volunteering. You can link out to an existing opportunity. So if you're hosting your opportunity sign up on your own website, you can link out to that and have people sign up there. Or you can, choose to host the opportunity on Mightycause just to keep it all on the platform. Your choice. You can add in the details of the opportunity here as well, and then add in a description for the opportunity. So, when people who are interested in, either volunteering or going to something, they'll be able to click on your opportunity in that overall search or on your profile page and be able to see all this information that you're presenting to them as well. You can also choose to label your opportunity as ongoing, so it always shows if it's something you're always looking for. Or you can have it show and be active for a specific date and time, and you can schedule that within the Create an Opportunity tool to be able to let people know this is as much as the opportunity is active for. If you have any files, waivers, etc., you need to attach, you can do that here as well. And then all of that will be presented to them when they click on your opportunity to review it, see if it fits what they want to do, and then sign up for it, whether it's in the app or linking to your website or wherever else you're hosting the event. Okay, I am sure there's lots of questions, but that was. Is there anything else you want me to cover? Well, that was the highlight of what I wanted to do. And I think I covered everything, but was there anything else, Lisa and Katie, that you guys wanted me to cover while I'm here?
You know what? I think we're just gonna keep rocking and rolling, and if we get further questions, then we can always go back. I just wanted, someone asked about peer-to-peer functionality in more detail. Katie has created a peer-to-peer toolkit for all of the organizations. She's going to cover that in a slide in a little bit later. So I think Dawn, we will take a pause from your section right now. And I forgot to show a section, so I'm going to go back to go. Dawn, if you will stop sharing, I will go in and take over.
Okay.
And go back to one section here.
Try to answer. I'll look through and answer whatever questions I can that have come in.
Sure.
Okay. Perfect.
No problem. We've been rocking and rolling and answering a lot of these questions.
Great.
And you guys have had a lot of great questions, so thank you for that. And these slides, as well as the recording, will be on our trainings page by the end of the week. And just so you see, the menus look different this year on our new website, on our new platform than last year. So I wanted you to see that. This is the mobile view. And so it's all in that, they call it a hamburger, the 3 lines, the top right there. So that's where you find the different ministries, and it's also where you would log in or sign in for your account. But that's on a mobile view or a tablet. Most of your work, I imagine, is going to be on a desktop or a laptop, and it's going to look like this. And really, that center drop-down menu ministry is where all of your key pages are going to be. So the resources page that Katie's going to walk through, graphics, trainings, all those things. One thing that was on here that I want to mention to you is our live stream page that is new this year. We started a live stream last year on GivingTuesday. We hired a producer who's excellent. This year, we now have a page on our website to inform you about it and to give you an opportunity to submit an inquiry about joining our live stream. It is, if you click on the ministry drop-down menu down to live stream, this is what you'll see. Some of our partners are going to host live from in their cities and maybe have some local conversations. You see Fort Worth is one of them. So that's exciting. If you scroll down to after the details about, explaining about our live stream and our expectations for our participants, you can click that button, we want to be on the live stream, to start filling out a form to indicate to us that you'd like to be involved in the live stream. One of these points is we strongly encourage organizations who would like to be interviewed on the live stream to submit a video that's 60 to 90 seconds long. It can be a general video about your organization or your mission, or you can create your own campaign video. We are right now, our video producer is creating a video tutorial on how to use Canva to edit your videos. So you can look forward to seeing that in our trainings page and on the live stream page later on this week. So just wanted to make that known to all of you guys so that you all can prepare to join us on our live stream. All right, I'll hand it off to Katie. Thank you, Katie.
All right, thank you very much, Lisa. If you wouldn't mind going to the next slide, we're going to be covering some strategies for success. The first thing I want to make you aware of is that we have a brand new resource page. So this is designed to be a one-stop shop for you to go and find the information that you need so that you can run a successful campaign. So on the resource page, we have things like messaging templates for email, for direct mail. All of that is available there, as well as a marketing toolkit to help you Spread your message out to your organizations. We have a goal setting guide and a marketing timeline, so you know exactly when it's suggested for you to send out communications to your organizations. So that link is available at the bottom of this page. It's also available on our website. If you go to iGiveCatholic.org and click the menu and click resources, those are all available to you. Next slide. We also have a fully fleshed out graphics page available for you. All of our graphics are available for download in English as well as Spanish. We also have the capability, or you have the capability of creating a Canva. All of them are available in Canva, so you can edit all of our graphics and put your own logos, your own images within them to really personalize the message that you're sending out to your organizations. If you are brand new to Canva, if you've never used it, they are a wonderful company and you can do a lot of really wonderful graphics in there. We included quite a few tutorials and help articles at the bottom of our website just to kind of help you out, help you know how to navigate. We highly, highly encourage you to customize by adding your own story, your own logo. We have found that people really resonate when they hear, when they see your face, your logos, your images. It just adds that extra touch point to really engage them in your campaign. So please, while we have those downloads available, we highly recommend you customize your images, again, using the links we've provided for those Canva links. Next slide. All right, so a couple of you have asked if this webinar will be recorded, and if so, where it will be available. All of our trainings are going to be available on our trainings page. So this is where you can also sign up for our final steps webinar, which will be in November. In that webinar, we will be going over final steps to have a successful campaign as we lead into advanced giving. We have also included some tutorials from Mightycause. Those are available there, and you'll also be able to find our top 10 webinars. So these are webinars that we put on each year, usually in the spring, to give people enough runway to take it and run with it. But we really want to encourage a culture of holy plagiarism. So taking what has worked from other organizations and applying it to your organization, again, making it your own. So in those top 10 webinars, we interview 10 organizations who had particular success in their Giving Day campaigns, try to learn as much as we can from them, again, so that you can take that information and then apply it out in your campaigns. So those are all available on the trainings page. And like I said, the recording for this webinar will also be available there by the end of the week. Next slide. All right, so someone asked about peer-to-peer fundraising. So peer-to-peer fundraising is basically asking people to fundraise on your behalf. So these are people, this could be if you're a school, these could be your students, it could be a classroom, it could be parishioners at a mass time. Really, it's trying to engage the people that are in your community and saying, hey, will you fundraise on our behalf? So in Mightycause, there's two ways to set this up. You can either set it up so that your fundraisers are fundraising as individuals or as a team. So this is a little bit different than in previous years, but it is the #1 way to acquire new donors. And organizations who use peer-to-peer, they raise 7 times or 7.5 times the amount those that don't. One thing I want to mention is that brand new for this year, we have created a peer-to-peer toolkit, which is available through our website. We have the link here as well. But that is designed to really take that peer-to-peer process, break it down step by step for you so that you can then take it and then, again, invite those folks to fundraise on your behalf. On that page, you will also find examples from organizations that have, again, had success with this and different strategies that they used to really make peer-to-peer work for them. Next slide. So another thing, I know Dawn showed us how to set up a match in Mightycause. We highly, highly encourage organizations to use matches. Those that do tend to raise 10 times the amount than those that don't. So again, there's two ways to set this up. The first is that you can have it as a match, so automatically doubling or adding the percentage to each donation, 1-to-1 or 1-to-2, 2-to-1, or you can have a cumulative threshold match. So again, this is a little bit different language than in previous years where we called it a challenge. A cumulative threshold match releases funds after a goal has been met. So let's say you have a goal of $30,000 and you reach that goal, then that match is released once that amount has been raised. So again, matches are extraordinarily powerful. They really can be an extraordinary tool to increase your ROI. With this, we encourage you to be specific or be strategic. Think about who your donors are, who would be giving perhaps at the end of the year. We encourage you to reach out to them and just say, hey, we are going to be participating in iGiveCatholic this year. You usually give X amount at the end of the year. Would you be willing to give that maybe a little bit earlier so that we can put it up as a match? It, again, is such a powerful tool for organizations that use it. So highly encourage soliciting those matches and soliciting them early. Next slide. So everything on your page has to do with storytelling. We really want you to think intentionally about who you are as an organization and who the people are that interact with you. So again, if you're a parish, these are your parishioners. These are people that are attending your masses. Schools, you've got parents, you've got students, you've got teachers. Think about what would resonate with your audience. One of the resources that we have available for you is a goal setting guide. And this literally Lisa created, and it's a wonderful tool. It's available on the resource page, but it really helps you craft your call to action to your specific audience so that you can communicate effectively and really get just present your story to them in a powerful way. So everything on your page that Dawn showed you how to set up, think about it as storytelling. What is it communicating about your organization? Is it inviting your donors to see the good work that you are doing? Or is it just kind of like, hey, we're here, please donate. So really be intentional with how you set up your page. Think about each element as an opportunity to share the good news about what it is that your organization is accomplishing. Next slide. So a couple strategies to consider as, again, you're moving forward, beginning to plan your campaign for this year. Again, if you were able to try to get a match, they're very, very powerful. And if you can, we've had a couple organizations do this where they've stacked their matches. So they have a match available during advanced giving, then maybe one during the giving day, and then one in the post. So think about ways that you can maybe strategically use matches to really bolster support, get the people going and get that momentum moving. Offer prizes. If you are, a cash-strapped parish, this can be something as simple as, hey, if we raise this amount, the X donor is going to get a parking spot. Think about ways that motivate your community and provide those. We've had a college campus where they offer a parking pass to their students. You know that on-campus parking is extraordinarily difficult to come by. So they offer a parking pass for the student that raises the most on their behalf. Think about ways that would galvanize support within your community and then offer a prize around that. Again, doesn't need to be monetary. I know that there's some restrictions with fundraising and that sort of thing, but think about things. This could be a dinner with your priest. Think about things that galvanize support in your community and go for those. Add challenges. So again, these are things like the cumulative threshold donation. If we raise $10,000, then we release an additional $5,000. But these can also be kind of an offline experience. So we had an organization where at certain thresholds, the priest would do different challenges. He would throw a basketball from a certain amount. So think again, this is another great way. Think about what motivates your community and then use that to really bolster support. host a live event. This could be something like a donor appreciation dinner. This could be a meal on the day, on the giving day, just to celebrate your community, bring people together. People love seeing the people face to face and interacting with them, and also gives you an opportunity to thank the people that are supporting your mission. So think about a live event that could coincide with iGiveCatholic that you could use. Again, just to really show people that you care and that you want them to be engaged in this. Likewise, think about personal outreach. Again, this goes back to who is your audience and what is going to be the best way to engage with them. For some of you, that might be a phone-a-thon. It might be a matter of picking up the phone and reaching out one-on-one and just saying, hey, Susie, we really appreciate you coming to Mass. Would you be willing to make a $5 donation? Some of you, it might be text. If you're a campus ministry, your students aren't going to answer their phone, so it might be a text, something along those lines. But really think about intentionally about your community, about the communication methods that work best with them, and think about how you can use those to invite them into the mission of your iGiveCatholic campaign. Next slide. All right, so as we mentioned, please, if you are able to, please register early. As we've been in the process of transitioning into Mightycause, obviously, in the past, you've been able to register August 17th, 18th, around there. If you are a returning organization, again, we ask that you wait until Monday because we're still in the process of that transition, of making sure that your organizations are there. That being said, register as early as you can. Part of this is so that you have enough runway, enough time to build out your campaign, to work on the to-do list that Dawn mentioned, get your page looking really tip-top shape, ready for your donors to engage with. Again, able to tell your story. This also ensures that you receive all of the weekly email series, which will be sent to you by your diocesan administrator starting the week of September 8th. So the weekly email series, basically, it breaks down the campaign into easy tasks that you need to complete that week just to get your momentum going and to really start the campaign. It's really designed, again, just to make it plug and play, check off a list. This is what I need to do this week. Make that easy for you. So again, you register early, you're able to access that and be able to move through the whole campaign. Next slide. All right, so some key dates to be aware of. If you are a new organization, you have not participated in iGiveCatholic before, you can go ahead and register. Again, if you are a returning organization, we do ask that you wait until Monday so that your information is present. Registration will close on November 1st. We will have our next webinar. Our next training webinar will be available for you on November 12th. It'll be our final steps webinar. You can register using the link here, or again, it'll be available on our trainings page for you to register. Advanced giving will open on November 18th. And then we will have our iGiveCatholic on Giving Tuesday. It's December 2nd this year. December 9th will be the last day to record donations into the campaign totals. Now, that being said, there's a little bit of a shift this year. With Mightycause, you can use the platform year-round. So the last day to record donations so that they go towards the total of your iGiveCatholic campaign will be the 9th, but you can still receive donations after that. If you receive donations after that, they will not be dispersed to you until mid-January. So just be aware of that, that there is a little bit of a change there with disbursement of funds. Next slide. All right, so if you are in need of assistance, there are many avenues that you can take to get the information that you need so that you can feel confident going into this year's campaign. Mightycause has a very robust support center with a lot of help articles with very detailed instruction, step-by-step instructions of setting up different components, such as fundraisers, your peer-to-peer fundraisers, matches. All of those instructions can be found in the support center. You can email questions at igivecatholic.org. Likewise, you can submit a request, we have the link available there. It's also available on the website. And then we also, new for this year, we have a phone number so you can call and speak to a live person. That phone number is there. And then we also encourage you to contact your diocesan administrator. So this is the person at your diocese or archdiocese. That their information should be listed on the page with their email address. If you need assistance finding that, we're happy to help you. But again, reach out to them. They're happy to help you and ready to go. So we want this experience to be really great for you and to be just a blessing to you and to your community. So we have, again, these avenues to make it that for you. All right, next slide.
I think that's about it. I think now we're just kind of answering questions. We have had so many questions about, can we get these slides? Can we get this recording? That the answer will be yes. We are going to send you an email. We don't normally, because we always just post it on the trainings page, but we will get a registration report. And anybody who registered for this webinar today, we'll get an email and send an attachment with the slides and the link to the video that will also be on the trainings page after this. I'm also going to send an email out next week. We normally do a kind of a big blast right when registration opens, but because of this migration situation, we pushed it off till next week. So we'll send a big email blast and include the getting ready slides and video on there as well, so that you all can get started. You know, Katie, while you were talking, there was someone here, let's see, it was Marcel, who said he's already registered. So what are his next steps to start building out his campaign page? What do you recommend to him, Katie?
So first, I would just definitely make sure that you, I would pick a wonderful logo for your organization as well as a background image that really convey your community, the sense of community around your organization. And then be sure to build out your story. So one thing I want to mention is that in that story section, you do need to have at least 250 characters, but tell your organizations what you are fundraising for, or tell your donors what you are fundraising for. We highly recommend choosing a goal that is specific, attainable, and measurable. Something or specific, achievable, visible. There we go. Something that people can see. If you have the organizations that actually have a goal that is something that your organization can work towards, they tend to do a lot better than those that don't. So we highly recommend start building out that page, start reaching out to donors that might be great to solicit for a match. And then we also have some graphics available for you that have countdowns. So you can start to kind of tease out that you are participating in iGiveCatholic, that it's a couple months away. Start putting that in your social media, in your communications, whether that's an e-newsletter, a letter going out to your organizations. We definitely recommend you start kind of teasing out, letting people know that you will be participating. Definitely check out our marketing timeline. Again, that has a breakdown of when you need to actually reach out to people for different parts of the campaign. So highly recommend, again, build out a beautiful organization page and then start telling your story, telling people about what you're fundraising for.
So there was a question, we had a typo, sorry, gents and ladies. If this key dates slide says November 18th is when advanced giving opens, that's the date it opened last year. It's going to open on November 17th this year. So I apologize. We'll correct this slide before we post it on the trainings page and distribute it. It is definitely, we try to do these start dates on Mondays. So registration opened on a Monday and advanced giving will open on the Monday. There is a question about the donation button. So we're going to tell you more about this at the final steps webinar in November, but on Mightycause, you have the opportunity now to use your fundraising page year round. So you will be able to continue to receive online gifts after our official December 9th. Actually, for the first time ever, you'll be able to receive online gifts towards your iGiveCatholic campaign the day after GivingTuesday and beyond. And we'll continue to add them to your totals until all of our totals until December 9th. That's when we have to just stop to have a total. Otherwise, we're never going to be able to have a total. but you will continue to be able to receive. We've heard many times that organizations continue to receive donations after our official cutoff. You can keep receiving donations, whether that's online or offline, and added them to your campaign. In the new year, on January 1st, things will reset so that we can have a new starting point. And we'll do another webinar in January to show you some ideas of how you can use your iGiveCatholic fundraising page on Mightycause year-round outside of the GivingTuesday campaign. But that's a little tricky. We'll go into more details and final steps, but just know that your donors will have a little bit more wiggle room with their online donations this year. Any other questions? We have 2 minutes until the hour. Let's see.
I just want to point out really quickly, for those of you, there's a lot of organizations that have registered but are still pending. They're still pending the to-do list completion. So you can tell if your organization is officially registered. In your dashboard that we looked at, there's a list called Overview. And in there, it will say your registration for iGiveCatholic, or you are approved for iGiveCatholic 2025 if you're approved. It'll say your registration for iGiveCatholic 2025 is pending if you're pending. And then it'll tell you why. So just if you're not sure or you just want to double check, you can log into your organization account. Again, your name in the upper right once you're logged in, and you'll see your organization in that drop down. You can click on that to get to your account, and then in your overview screen, you'll see your registration status. So there's a lot of people pending who aren't approved. So I wanted to point that out, because once you're officially approved, that's when you'll show up in search and can start and will be active for the campaign.
And I do encourage you, as Dawn said, and so did Katie, first steps are complete your organization page, which is just to add your profile, your logo or your profile image and the background image, and put 200 characters in that story section and assign a lead contact, just those 3 steps. And it shows it in your checklist, because that is when you'll be approved, and that's when your administrator will see you and know that you've registered to be able to start reaching out to help you. So really, that's the first step. Before you do anything, if you know you're going to continue to tweak it, that's fine. Just put your pictures up there, put a brief story, assign a lead contact if that's you or someone else, and then so that you can start getting support from your local administrator. Any other questions? We are on the hour now. I'm always excited when we actually finish right in time. And I know we go super fast, so I'm sorry. And I'm going to look on YouTube for this recording if you can do like a slower setting where you hear us speaking more slowly in the recording. I'll check that out. But thank you so much, all of you, for being here today. We are excited to support all of you during this campaign. We can't see what you do with this new technology, these new tools, and just stay in touch. Thank you so much in advance for your patience and cooperation as we make this big change. We know it's going to be worth it in the long run. Thank you, everyone. Have a great afternoon.
Thank you.